Welcome, everyone, to the Horrorcast. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
Okay, so we just had our last Everything show. We were talking about how movies go back and completely change something. Key moment, something huge. And that's related to this movie. Now, Chris is going to do the article about Halloween 2018. So, what does the article say, Chris?
So this is coming from Dark Horizons. So right now, Universal's having CinemaCon, where they reveal some of the upcoming movies and whatnot, and you get footage and trailers and stuff, posters and whatnot. And so this one, like Joe said, is about Halloween. And apparently, the trailer that they showed, a clip from it says something about this movie is apparently the plot revolves around making a documentary about Michael Myers. And they apparently set him off by showing him a mask, obviously the famous mask from Halloween. And then apparently it cuts to, forgive me because I'm not really familiar with these characters, but Laurie Strode.
Laurie Strode is Jamie Lee Curtis' character from the first one, the second one,
Right.
Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection. Basically, she's in the first movie, she's babysitting these kids.
Right.
And Michael Myers basically terrorizing. Later on, we find out that she was adopted because Michael Myers killed his siblings, with the exception of her, because she was very little, and that she was adopted.
Okay.
And that because he's evil, he just senses that that's his sister. And that he basically, besides killing people, he realizes it, and he keeps going after her. So that's basically that. Now, go ahead.
So apparently, on that note, she reveals that Michael is not her brother.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about. This is the holy shit moment of retcons, altering history. This is so monumental to the Halloween franchise. This is like them coming out and saying that Superman is not from Krypton, and he really can't die from kryptonite. He just has an allergy. Okay? This is huge for Halloween. A big piece of this whole entire history for Halloween is that she is the sister. That was the holy shit moment. Halloween. She's the sister. Now when you take that shit out, it unravels the whole entire movie franchise. So, just saying, that's like saying that Luke and Leia are not brothers and sisters. It's like saying, it's just craziness. I mean, I understand he wanted to. This whole movie, Chris, was brought about because there was a big fight between John Carpenter and Rob Zombie. And Rob Zombie basically made this shitty Halloween movie sequel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And which nobody understands why, right? But he basically saying, like, I guess he said when his movies were out that Michael Myers is immortal.
Oh,
and that's all he had to say. And John Carpenter immediately got fucking pissed off. Like, actually irate, because then he went back at them and they kept going back and forth at each other, arguments and things and messages to each other. And it got so effing ugly. Really ugly. Because he's like, no, my character's not immortal. He could die. And then the guy's like, have you seen your movies? And of course, now John Carpenter did 1 and 2. And then he kind of just took the money and let them do whatever, right? So I would want to watch my creations on the movies, even if I didn't, you know what I'm saying? So he became immortal. He allowed him to become immortal. He allowed him to not be stopped, right? So Rob Zombie is correct that Michael Myers is immortal. So now John Carpenter's like going to the movie companies, like, I can't have this. This is not the way I'm going to have it. I have to fix this. I have to do this. I have to do this. And they're like, but you didn't see the other movies. You want to see the other movies? He's like, no, they all suck. But you didn't see them. No. So he's commenting that it sucks, but he didn't see it. Just because his friends told him what it is, right? So because of ego and selfish purposes, he gets the company to make another Halloween. And everybody is on board because they're like, oh shit, Absolutely, yeah. I want Jamie Lee Curtis. Really? Okay. Get her on board. Get this. Do this. I'm going to do the score. Really? First, he wasn't going to do the score. Okay? We had people putting out some shit that sucked, right? Then it's like, fine, now I'm doing it. It's my thing, I'm doing it. Okay. Then we had test screenings, Chris. Remember that?
Yeah.
The 100% rating that the ending completely sucked. Not one person liked it, right? Then they're saying that they're changing the entire business model. I keep saying business model because we're talking about Cloverfield. They changed the whole entire business model, the whole entire foundation of Halloween, that instead of it being like Halloween, they're trying to make it like Slasher. They're trying to make it like The Purge, Sinister, taking from all these things that are popular. So now it's a hodgepodge now. Then they're saying, oh, it's like Scream also. And then they're like, wow, does Michael Myers really have to kill that many people? He's not Jason Voorhees. So then it gets weird. Then we're hearing that some people are like, well, you know, it would be nice if Jamie Lee Curtis got to have some scenes with Michael Myers, which was like a sarcasm, meaning there's not enough scenes. So she's like a clickbait for you to go see the movie thinking she's in the entire movie. And she either dies right away or she appears in the beginning, she appears at the end, she's hardly there. So now they're in a situation where, and they can get Danny McBride to do it, which I'm not a fan of Danny McBride writing. I'm sorry. So maybe it's good. I don't know. He's just an alien covenant and he was done with things I don't like. But anyway, okay. And there's some things I like that he was in. But so now he's writing this, and now the studio has to go back. And they're like, oh shit, we got to get this movie out this year. We got to spend some money. We got to spend some massive money to fix this. But do we go back further? Do we just fix the ending, or do we go back and fix other stuff? So that was where we were left off. And then John Carpenter tried to fix it. And he went and flat out lied and said that there was no test screenings. That's a lie. And then the Universal friggin' head CEO had to come out and say, no, there were test screenings. They didn't like it. And basically called out John Carpenter that he's lying. So now there is chaos with this movie because everybody's against each other and they're going to lose money. So they got to do something. So there you go. In a nutshell. This is an ego movie. Okay? Selfish purposes to create it. You're not doing it for the fans. In fact, you're doing it with the whole purpose of an argument that Michael Myers is going to die at the end. There will be no franchise. This will be it. Completely dies, regular, doesn't get back up, done. Only because somebody wanted to have it that way. And to me, it's a damn waste. Because, you know, you're not doing it for the fans. You're doing it for yourself. And you just, you know, they say, what's this phrase that the biggest problem with an artist is that they're a perfectionist and that they'll want to go back and fix their creation. And they'll fix it so much that they'll screw it up. Sort of like George Lucas doing the special editions and different things. So if you keep going back to it, if you keep changing shit, then you create even more problems, like a Cloverfield paradox. So just don't fix it, then, you know? So, like the prequels with Star Wars, and then, you know, then he has to change the whole line in Empire, and like, how is this possible that there's a Skywalker? And you remember saying, like they ruined, they have to fix things. So don't go and retcon, like, but anyway, that's the Halloween situation. Now there's other horror news too, right? There's going to be a Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
On the fast track, right?
Yeah, looks like it, yeah.
And then I guess the split Unbreakable sequel, Glass, is horror, I guess.
Which is a cool idea.
Yeah. And they had a trailer for that as well. Which, when are we going to see this stuff? Do you know? Do you think we'll get it later on?
Well,
I can't
got
see
that
them holding on to these trailers, though. I
yeah,
can't.
we got that Venom trailer pretty quickly. I don't
I
know if
think we'll get it this weekend.
but yeah, I think we'll get it sometime.
I think we'll get Glass this weekend or next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They can't hold on to that information like that. People
Yeah,
are going to lose it. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to those horror movies. And the Gremlins kind of making it like the first one, horror, like, but yet a reboot, yet not a reboot, like a Jurassic World type of reboot. I don't know about that. We'll see. Did you have anything else horror, or that's it?
Horror-wise, no, not really.
All right. We'll be back with another cast. Take care. Bye for now.